Thailand is in fact now crowning its first monarch in nearly 7 decades today. The coronation extends over 3 days. Now, those are live visuals we're getting you from Thailand. The coronation will begin very shortly in 9 minutes from now, around 8:39 Indian Standard Time. Today is the most important day of the coronation. King Mahavajiralongkorn will be undergoing purification and anointment ceremonies today using sacred water.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Tutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami. Tutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapaddang samadhiyami.
There you can see live visuals from Bangkok, Thailand. The ceremonies have begun. You can see the king. There's a prayer ceremony which is happening as we speak live. Now remember, it's an elaborate 3-day ceremony and it is costing the Thai government $31 million. It combines both Buddhist and Hindu Brahmin rituals.
Mukhavada veramani sikkhapaddang samadhiyami. Sura meraya macchapama tatthana veramani sikkhapaddang samadhiyami. Imani panchatikhapadhani Sirena tukating yanti Sirena bhoga sampata Sirena niputing yanti Tatma sirang viso thaye.
Today marks the first day of the coronation. Today the king is going to go through a purification ritual. Now this sacred water which will purify the king has been collected from more than 100 locations around the country. The king will adorn a white robe and the Buddhist and Brahmin rituals will be taking place till Monday, in fact. Now, this is a very big deal in Thailand for the simple reason that the last crowning took place in 1950 when the king's father took to the throne. So for a lot of Thais, this is the first time that they are witnessing the ascension of a royal to the throne.
To Paisan Thaksin throne hold and paid respect to the Triple Gem before proceed to Surarai Piman Chapel. In a moment, there will be the purification ceremony. Sitting here in the hall are the venerable monks led by the Supreme Patriarch of Thailand, as well as Somdet Pawanarat from Bawaniwet Vihan Temple, Somdet Pha Thirayan Muni from Tet Sirintrawat Temple, Somdet Phra Putthajan from Taimit Vityaram Temple, Phapom Vashirayan from Yanawa Temple.
That's right, the congregation of monks have just given the blessing to His Majesty to begin the process of coronation. And now the Buddha images have been taken off from the pavilion to be used as part of the ceremony as His Majesty now retreats to change his clothing, to put on the gown, the white gown, to be ready to be cleansed with water of purification in the Mondop Prakayasanan, which is located just outside this building in just a short while.
This is the chief Brahmin priest who will lead the Brahmin rites today as part of the purification of His Majesty the King before performing another ceremony which is called anointment, or offering the Abhisek water from the 8 representatives of the 8 cardinal directions of the compass at the Atatit Utumpon Raja Asana throne.
The Royal Court tradition is a perfect example of a blend of Buddhism and Hinduism, or formerly known as Brahmanism in this case. And of course we have the Brahmin priests now taking part, as well as the Buddhist monks in this ceremony.
Here are the members of the royal families. Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn, Her Royal Highness Princess Pasharakitiyapha, Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwannavari Narirat, as the chief Brahmin priest of the royal court, Pamaharajaku Piti Si Visutikun, to prepare prior to the purification ceremony of His Majesty King, which will happen in a while. Then there will be the ablution. Another word in Thai is called Song Pramurata Pisek. When the presiding official, which is the Air Chief Marshal Satithpong Sukhvimol, the Lord Chamberlain, humbly asks for the permission to turn on the shower, sending water of purification over His Majesty for the ablution. The water of Benja Sutta Kongka coming from 5 rivers and 4 ponds. Then the Supreme Patriarch of Thailand, Somdet Pha Ariya Wongsakatayan, will come forth to bestow benedictions by sprinkling Buddhist lustral water onto His Majesty's back. He then presents Buddhist lustral water into the hand of His Majesty. This is to be followed by His Serene Highness Prince Usan Sawadiwat to humbly offer holy water from Patao Benjakap, or the water vessel from King Rama V, into His Majesty's hands. Then His Serene Highness Prince Julajam Yukon to humbly offer lustral water from Patao Navakra to His Majesty, who upon receiving them pour the water onto his forehead. After that, the chief Brahmin priest of the royal court พระมหาราชครูพิธีศรีวิสุทธิคุณ will present holy water from the 9 deities to His Majesty from the water vessel. Then he will present His Majesty the holy water from the great conch shell. Later on, His Majesty will be presented with the bell leaf, which he will put behind his ear.
That's right, and you mentioned about the 5 main rivers and the 4 ponds used in the Song Pra Muratha Pisek. These 5 main rivers originally were believed or used the waters used from the 5 main rivers actually came from India, and it's believed that the waters from India or the Ganga River are the waters that come down from the heavenly abode, from the sky, because India obviously was the origin of Buddhism, and the story has it that the god Indra resides over the Hinds Mount Sumeru in the Southeast Asia, and hence the rivers that flow from the heaven come down from India, and the waters from the 5 main rivers of India were then used as the water for purification. Now, since those days, the time has changed, and the waters collected from India in the olden days believed to be, given the distance, the restrictions of distance and time, waters instead of collected from India have now been adapted with the waters collected from various regions or from various rivers of Thailand, and these 5 specific sources of water in Thailand collected are from Bang Pakong River, from Pasak River, from Chao Phraya River, from Ratchaburi River and Phetchaburi River. These are the 5 main rivers where waters used in the purification process have been collected from. And these 5 waters have been added on in 1873 during the second royal coronation of His Majesty King Rama V to make up the 9 rivers or the 9 waters. The 4 additional ponds where waters have been collected from the ponds of Suphanburi province. So with these 4 ponds, waters collected from these 4 ponds added on to the 5 mainstream rivers where water has been collected, making up to 9 waters altogether, are used in this Song Pra Muratha Pisek ceremony, which is about to take place here, as you can see now, at the Mondop Prakayasanan area, where His Majesty the King will reside or will proceed inside it, and the water will be showered from top to bottom to symbolize the cleansing of impurities and misfortunes and bad omens from the body.
As the coronation of His Majesty the King Rama X is composed of the ablution or purification ceremony or Song Pra Muratha Pisek, the anointment ceremony of or the offering of the Abhisek water from the 8 representatives of the 8 cardinal directions of the compass at the Athatit Utumpon Raja Asana throne, and the presentation of the royal throne and the royal regalia to complete the kingship and to be considered as a fully invested monarch. Earlier we mentioned that their ceremony is rooted from Brahmins. Around 2,000 years ago, Indian traders established settlements in Southeast Asia. Later, these traders were followed by carriers of Indian cultures, scholars, artisans, and both Brahmin and Buddhist holy men. The knowledge and teachings that they brought were adopted and adapted by the people of the region, influencing government, law, art, literature, myth, and religion. Brahmanism, an early form of Hinduism, was brought to Southeast Asia by Brahmin priests. They believe in the Trimurti, Vishnu, the protector of the universe, which is the most important god to the Brahmins, Brahma or Prabhum, the creator, and Shiva or Prasiva, the destroyer. With Brahmanism came the vast Sanskrit canon of hymns of and epic tales of gods and men. These tales supported the doctrine of divine kingship, which holds that the king is an incarnation of a god. In the tradition of Brahmanism, the Thai king is held to be an incarnation of Vishnu, symbolically emphasizing his role as preserver and protector of his kingdom. Even today, Brahmin priests serve the Thai royal court by performing certain ceremonies associated with kingship, just as today. Buddhism, which has many of the same roots as Hinduism, also arrived in Southeast Asia during this period of Indianization. Since the two religions were not mutually exclusive, they often coexisted, even forming a hybrid religion in some periods. Theravada Buddhism eventually predominated in Thailand. Speaking about Vishnu, Vishnu is one of the greatest Hindu gods. He has 4 arms, and his attributes are a disc, a conch, a lotus, representing the earth, and a club. His mount is Garuda. Brahma, the hero of the story of the Ramayana or Ramakian in Thai, is his 7th incarnation on earth, at which time he came to destroy the demons. One should not be surprised at all to find a Hindu story behind depicted along the galleries of a Buddhist temple, or as Buddhism and Hinduism have been intermingled in Southeast Asia since their first appearance in this region from India. The Thai king, though a Buddhist, is also considered as an incarnation of Vishnu, and that explains why today we have the Brahmin priest to perform the purification before the another ceremonies start, which is the anointment or offering the abhisek water to His Majesty.
So what we're watching now is the grandest of events taking place in Thailand now, the coronation ceremony or the coronation of King Rama X. This day, the 4th of May 2019, marks the most auspicious day when Thai people rejoice in jubilant as His Majesty King Rama X will be the full, or will hold the full sovereign of the Thai nation, carrying on the title of พระบาทสมเด็จพระเจ้าอยู่หัว. The word พระบาท is a prefix added on to the original title of His Majesty when he was announced the King of Thailand 4 years ago. So with this ceremony, the word พระบาท will be added on to his name to mark that he has now the full sovereign rights. His Majesty the King now will perform the purification process.
waters and crowned. And as the waters start pouring, we'll be expecting that ancient cannons from the 19th century, used specifically for the coronation, will fire 10 volleys each. Then after the ceremony, the king will be expected to change into a full uniform and take a seat on an 8-sided carved wooden throne to receive sacred waters on his hands in an anointment ritual. Now the purification ceremony is very important. That's happening today. And these waters have been sourced from 117 locations last month. It's been blessed by Buddhist monks and Brahmin priests in temples around the country before they were combined and blessed. And joining me for more on this is my colleague Akansha Sarup. Akansha, now this is a very significant event in Thailand, perhaps the most significant event in the century. For the first time, Thais will witness ascension to the throne by a king in their living memory.
Thank you, Shivangi, for hopping over to me. But yes, as you rightly mentioned, this is indeed a very, very important event, not just for Thailand, but for the entire world, because the Thai king has always grabbed the curiosity of people across the globe. And this is the coronation that the Thai people are going to be witnessing for the first time in 7 decades. And of course, as we all know, Thailand was in mourning shortly, some couple of years ago, when the Thai king lost his father, the late King Bhumibol. And now, that's the time when he was appointed as the constitutional head. He was appointed as the constitutional king of Thailand. But today is when the coronation is happening. And let's not forget that this coronation is extremely, deeply significant for a country that is strongly entrenched in tradition. Because let's not forget that, you know, the monarch in Thailand, he's also the spiritual embodiment of the gods, and that is why the people of Thailand, the subjects in Thailand, they bestow a lot of trust and faith upon the monarch. We also, just a few days ago, the visuals that grabbed international headlines were of the Thai king's 4th wife prostrating in front of him, along with the entire staff of the king prostrating in front of him. That was just very symbolic of the respect that the king is bestowed upon. He's treated as God, if I can sum it up as simply. And today you have visuals of his coronations coming to us live from Bangkok in Thailand. This is the Royal Palace in Bangkok. And we're looking at his anointment ceremony, where you just informed our viewers about the entire procedure. He's going to be bathed in holy waters. He'll also be transforming into Devraj, or a divine embodiment of the gods, as I was talking about. The waters are going, and then, as you just mentioned, that, you know, 10 volleys of cannons will be fired, and we can see the cannons.
It's happening right now as we speak.
Yes, they are happening as we speak. After he's bathed in these holy waters, he will also be transforming into his full uniform. He'll be taking a seat on an 8-sided carved wooden throne to receive those sacred waters on his hands in an anointment ritual. And this is going to be, interestingly, a very coordinated sort of a ritual, where you will have selected officials also, including the military junta chief Prayut Chan-o-cha, and the head of the National Legislative Assembly. All right. right, so we will continue to bring you all the latest from that highly elaborate ceremony taking place in Thailand as the anointment of the Thai king is currently on. These are extremely rich visuals which you just can't afford to miss. We will be back with more just after a short break.